Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tribal Trades, the Altcoin show, coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to talk about, are these altcoins dead? And if they are, what altcoins are going to be best to be in, what have been the strongest, and so we're going to look at that. But before we do that and a whole bunch more, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people, does help support the channel, as does your amazing comments that you leave. Thank you so much for that. You take the time to write it. I take the time to read it and respond. Those of you who ask questions in the comment section, I do get back to those as soon as I am able to. However, if you'd like more immediate engagement with me and interaction, you can find me in the Tribal Trades Discord, one Discord to rule them all. And we are closing that Discord. This is a limited, exclusive, by design, smaller community. So it will be closed off this week. The doors will be shut. I will give a date sometime this week of when that will be. It could be Friday in a couple of days. We might close it on the weekend there, but it will be closed and you won't be able to sign up. If you'd like more information on how you can join the Tribal Trades Discord, you can see below in the description of this video. There is a little more button. It will pop out. There is a description, okay? And if you go down a little bit there, it is the email address, and you would send me an email. I'll send you some information and how you can get started in the Tribal Trades Discord. Of course, I'm still in the Stocks with Josh Discord. Those links are also below in the description. And I've got my Crown Traders channel in there, and I'm in there as normal, giving education, insights, resources, some of my trade setups, and of course, entertainment, because I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? Okay, so let's jump into some of the coins here. And what we have are just a list of coins here. It's not everything on there. Obviously, TAO is not on there. It should be on there. It is not. I don't know how that happened, but that's down around about 45 to 50%, so it's not doing too badly. But we've got some coins that are really suffering, and I put out video about a week or so, 2 weeks ago, whatever. It got a lot of views, and it got a lot of comments, and it was like, I'm dumping these coins, and one of those was Bonk, and people laughed at me for Bonk, and I was rolling my Bonk into over here, Sui, and Sui's down 37%, but Bonk is down 70%. And this is the reason why. Because last cycle, most altcoins found their top in April of 2021. They didn't find their top with Bitcoin in November, okay? And so most of them topped out. The alt run pumped from like February to March, and March to April for 2 months, and that was it. It was over. Some of the altcoins topped out in September, some of them topped out in October, and then the rest of them topped out in November. Some of the stronger ones like Solana topped out with Bitcoin in November. And so I don't want to be holding crap coins through a bear market. I don't want to be holding meme coins through a bear market, with most will go to zero and close the doors, or they'll hang in there and stay forever down 95, 94% down and never recover. And for every $100 you put in, that means you're going to get $5 back on those coins. And I don't want to be holding those coins through a bear market. So I sold a whole bunch of that stuff, and I sold it into Solana, I sold it into Bitcoin, I sold it into Sui, I sold it into Bitenza Tau, and a couple of other tokens, and I got a lot of heat for it. But now, it worked out to be what a great move that was. And this alt season might only last for a month or two, and people don't want to be left with coins that are going to be worthless in the bear run. They want to be in the multi-cycle coins that are going to last through the bear market and then thrive. I held Solana through the bear market. I think my average buy there was about $30 or $50. So, of course, when we come into the bull market and now it's $290, that worked out to be great. So in the same way, I'm putting my faith in the multi-cycle coins. Does that mean that I can't trade some of these other coins? Absolutely not. I could certainly go in and get in and out and have a stop loss and a take profit, some of these more speculative coins, but that's all they would be, is trades, a quick in and out. You can see, look, some of these coins that are down 90% or more, you might say, oh, they're cheap, and they might be cheap for a reason, okay? And they might just be undervalued, and there might just be an overreaction. But what I'll say about this, for those altcoins that are down, you've got to think about all the holders of DYDX, 97% in loss, okay? What do you think they're going to be doing? They've been holding this coin for who knows how long it's been in loss. And so you got to understand that these coins are going to really struggle as they go up. You've got all these bag holders above that are just dying to get out. It will be a tough road ahead. Unless you buy at the bottom, the very, very bottom, and there's a little bit of a pump, you can make some money. So I get asked about these coins all the time, and the first place that I direct people to is go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and see how much this coin is down from its all-time high, and see how far away that all-time high was. It could be 3 years. Some of these coins are 3 years have been down. They're down 94, 95%. And all I would be doing if I was buying would be exit liquidity. Okay, now some of the coins that are 80%, 70%, 60%, yeah, there's less risk, but there's still risk because there are bag holders above. And sometimes the newer the token, and obviously there's not as many holders, and it doesn't have as much history, and there's not as much resistance above. I take all of those factors in. I'm not writing off completely the coins that are 90, 80% down, but I'm just saying it's a tough road back to the top, and I highly assess that risk when I evaluate and look to get into certain tokens. When you look at Solana, it's only got 30% to go to get back to its all-time high. Same with Bitcoin, and same with Sui and Potenza Tau. Look at OM is only 5%. This was a coin that I shared out just a couple of days ago. Even TON is only 55% down, which is not too bad when we've had such a big correction. So let's look at some of the more quality tokens. Hype is one of them. So we're going to quickly jump through these. So number one, Hype is one of the ones that I'm looking for. I have not added it to my portfolio as yet. I can't believe I haven't, but it did not quite get down in this latest drop. We did not quite get down to the bottom of the range. In fact, it was worse off for this on the 9th of January. So this has shown a lot of strength. And you can see we've got the top of the range, we've got the bottom of the range, we've got the middle of the range here. And you can see that there is rejection in the middle of the range. So I'm not buying Hype here for that reason. Now, if it breaks above and retests as support and holds this level, then I would look to possibly get in on Hype there at around $27. But of course, if it breaks down below, rejects the resistance there, then I would get out of that trade or not get in that trade. Of course, a possible entry is down there at $24.50 where the 50-day moving average is. That's the one that's most recently held as support. And then we've got the 20 EMA on the daily. If we go to the 4-hour, we do see some other levels there at 23.70 and the Lux Algo order block down there at 22 as well. So that Hype, that's what I'm looking for. Ideally, my entry is going to be there around $24.50 for Hype. Now, Ondo wasn't on the list there, but let's see how much Ondo was down for. So Ondo currently, so it's only about 38, 35, 40% down. It's 140, right at resistance there. And this is where I've been trading. This is a little bit of a swing trade. I took some profit around the 50-day moving average. You can see it's been rejected there at about 142. And then I bought back in at about $1.28. You can trade this little swing. So we are getting, a good buy zone is really buying at the 100-day moving average at around $1.30, $1.28 with this Fibonacci is, and then taking profit up at around the 50-day moving average there at 142 there. And this is something that I was sharing in the Discord there. And so for Ondo, those would be the entry levels there. I added more there already at $1.28. If we were to break above the 50-day moving average, retest the support, then that could be an entry. Obviously, we've got a double Fibonacci level there, which has shown some strong resistance. So Ondo is a good one. We're only about 30-something% down, as is Hype. We're only about 30% something down. Those are two of the strongest one. Solana obviously is only about 30% down. We looked at from the list, was that right? Solana 30% and Sui was 30%. So these are the strong tokens. So what we see is with Solana here, the entry, this is clearly we're closing above this $200 level. So that would be an entry there. Obviously, we came down any further like we did at the 200 EMA on the daily and the 200 simple moving average between 182 and 189 for those ones. But we do see a little bit of a tightness there and rejection at the 100-day simple moving average, and the 50 has crossed below it. So that's a little tad bearish. We want to see them flip back up. Also, the 20 is in EMA is starting to looking to cross below the 50 EMA. So for me, I would say the entry there is going to be around 200, or if we were to break above the 50 and the 100, the entry could be there around that 215 there for Solana. And Sui was one of the other ones that had a least amount of drawdown here. And as you can see with Sui, we have seen a little bit of rejection at the 100-day moving average. So there's been a clear rejection there at 383, even the Fibonacci below that was at 383, sorry. And then that's been clear, and then a rejection higher at 389. So between the 100-day simple moving average and the Fibonacci's there, we have a band of resistance. And this is where our support has been coming in at $3.59, but we've actually lost that support. Okay, and if we click over to the 5-minute time frame, which is what I trade in when I get in and out of scalps, we can see here that if you were in this trade here, if you got in this trade at $3.59, you obviously would have taken profit up here because we hit it and then retested and rejected. That's the place to get out of the trade. Then if you didn't get out and you didn't see a stop loss, you want to get out here. It breaks below, and then as it retests and rejects, that's where I get out right there. And so this is a trade that I've been given in the Discord at $3.59. Everybody knows they've got to wait for a break and a retest to get in, and then to get out with a break below and a retest to the other side to get out. Of course, people say, well, what if it just flat lines down and takes a while to retest? That's where you can have your stop loss in there. Where should stop loss be set? It should be set where you want to put it. It should be where the best place is to make you not lose what you don't want to lose. So if you don't want to lose $100 or any more than $100, I should say, then put it where you won't lose more than $100. If you don't want to lose more than $50 on the trade, then put it where you wouldn't want to lose more than $50 on the trade, and so forth. So that's the stop loss strategy there. And the last one we're going to look at, it's Tau. So in the Discord, we were trading this token up and down from 365 all the way to $380, and this turned out to be an absolute fantastic trade. And so you can see what happens here. I'm going to start you at the beginning of the trading session there, where we got in on the trade early in the morning. This was the first trade that I gave in the Discord at 365. I gave the entry, and then I gave the exit there at $380. And then it came down again, and I gave the entry in again at 365, and it went up to $380, and I gave the exit there. And of course, as you see, as it breaks down, it retests, you get out of the trade on the rejection, closed under. So this would have been the place to get out of the trade. Then we came down for number 3, got in the trade again at 365, and in the Discord, I gave the exit again that I was getting out at 380. That's 3 trades there between 7 and 10. So over a 3-hour period there was money to be made. But of course, wait, there's more, because then we were able to get in and get out of the trade. And then I did give one at 366. Now, unfortunately, this hit 366 and 87. And I think I had it at 366 and 70, and I missed it by 17 cents, but some may have gotten in, and then boom, rode this trade up there. So there were 4 trades to be able to get in there that we were trading together in the Discord. I have the trading floor set up where I go through and I share my thoughts as the trade is happening, as what I'm seeing, what I'm looking at, why I'm getting in there, why I'm getting out here, if I'm stop loss out, where I'm stop lossing out at, and I'm giving all of that. And of course, next week's going to be amazing, because we're going to have our live sessions in the Tribal Trades Discord, where you'll be able to talk and communicate and ask questions, and we'll be doing some live trainings in the exclusive to the Tribal Trades Discord. Remember, it closes this week. And so if you email me after that time, unfortunately, we won't be taking any new subscribers, because it is limited by design. It's an exclusive community. We're allowing and opening up by invitation only. You can get that information by sending an email that is in the description of this video. Send me an email, and then I will get back with you instructions on how you can obtain access to the Tribal Trades Discord before the sign-up window closes, okay? I'm thinking at this point it's going to be Friday, which is only in 2 days' time. Possibly we may extend that to Sunday because some of you, and those of you who've sent me emails, if you've not received a reply from me, it's probably in your spam or junk folder. You may want to send me another email. All right, that's it for today. And until the next episode, happy trading.